This is the plaintiff, Ina Pruitt. She says she moved out of an apartment she'd been renting from the defendants for close to 4 years, did a walkthrough with them, and is now having a devil of a time collecting all of her security. When she questioned the co-defendant, he said he had to check with his wife about things and would get back to her. Well, he never did. So she's suing for the remaining $1,367 she most definitely deserves. These are the defendants, John and Christy Schaefer. They say there were considerable problems when they did the walkthrough with the plaintiff, and they were being nice, refunding more than half the lady's security. The fact that she's suing them here today is laughable, because they spent more money than they withheld to get the place even rentable again. They're accused of doing a lady wrong.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff rented from the defendant for 4 years but isn't getting his security back and says it's because the defendant is afraid of his wife. But the defendant says they were generous. The plaintiff caused lots of problems in the unit. It's the case of you're whipped, I'm stiffed.
All right. Anna Pruitt, you are suing John and Christy Schaefer for $1,367, a balance owed on a security deposit plus interest that you say they are wrongfully withholding.
Yes.
Talk to me. Tell me what happened.
On August 3rd, I received my item listing and my return check from my security deposit.
Okay, how long had you lived there?
4 years, since
And
2008.
had you always paid rent on time?
Well, not always on time. I made arrangements with them and they agreed to them. And
Did you generally have a good relationship with them?
Yes.
Okay, and when you left, why did you leave?
I left because I had to downsize.
Okay, so you leave, you do a walkthrough?
We did a walkthrough.
Any comments made during the walkthrough?
Yes.
What were the comments?
The comments were on 3 holes in the walls that was on the main level floor of the smaller room. There was a hole in the kitchen screen. And then on the second level, there was the door jamb. My granddaughter got locked in there by mistake. We opened it up. I had a friend try to fix it, and I guess it wasn't fixed.
Okay, so you point that out?
We all pointed it out together. It was written down, and those were the only damages spoke on.
Did he complain about any? Who did the walkthrough? He did or she?
John and Christy.
Okay, did they say anything else to you at that time?
No.
All right, so you leave and you're expecting your security deposit check. Did they say anything to you about the security deposit check on that date during the walkthrough?
They said that they will get back to me with the amount of the repairs.
Okay, and so when they get back to you, how did they get back to you, in writing?
It was 30 days later.
Okay.
You
received the letter?
I received the letter and the check on August 3rd.
Okay, I need to see the letter and the check.
Okay.
Okay, so go on.
So when I received the letter and the check, immediately I called John on the phone. I shared with John on that day that I received the check and the letter, and I was in total disbelief, and I was very upset and frustrated. I asked him to explain the contents of the letter. Why was it excessive wear and tear on the carpet?
Because in that letter, it said they were going to charge from your security deposit excessive cleaning, $300.
Right.
Damage to the upper bedroom door frame, $150. Damage to the walls, doesn't have a figure. Excessive wear carpet, $500. Screen replacement, $50. And that was a total of $1,000. So they sent to you a check for $1,025.
Correct.
Okay, and they were keeping $1,000 for damages.
Correct.
All right, and you felt that was excessive, so what'd you do?
Well, when I called him, I asked him, could he explain to me what was the excessive cleaning and what was the excessive wear and tear on the carpet? He told me, well, Ina, Chrissy sent that out to you. I need to talk to her. And at that time, he told me, Ina, I'm putting together papers for you, and you'll get them. I haven't heard from John since August 27th.
Okay, what's going on, folks?
Well, I don't disagree with a lot that Ina said. She was a tenant of ours for 4 years. She made several late payments, but we worked it out. In general, she was a good tenant, but she left the place a mess.
Okay.
We spent in excess of $9,000 fixing and repairing the place after she left.
Okay.
And I know
What
that
was wrong with it?
there is the carpets were ruined. We had broken door frames, broken doors, holes in the walls. Appliances were left filthy, bathtubs left filthy, walls with grease all over them, holes in the kitchen floor. She had a leak that was I don't know what she did with the refrigerator or something. She ice jammed up there, and the ice just kept coming down and ruining the ceiling down in the apartment below.
Wait, was it your refrigerator?
Yes, it was our refrigerator.
So what was she doing?
There's still some obligation to let us know. So somehow I guess ice was coming out.
Let you know. Explain what you're saying, because you're just skipping around.
There was ice coming out. Somehow the ice jammed up.
In
and
the
there's
refrigerator.
ice cubes coming out of the refrigerator.
Okay.
Right. But ice cubes don't melt in a couple of seconds.
Right.
And until the woman called us downstairs saying, my ceiling's falling in.
But from ice cubes melting? That can't be. It had to be something a little more profound than that.
No.
So the lady downstairs said what? That there was some leak coming from your place that was affecting her place and had damaged it?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see the pictures. Actually, let me see the pictures of everything that you're asking for.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a picture of the banister. This is a picture of the banister. I see the carpeting in the background. And this is a blurry picture, which I can't see even what it is. Where is the picture that shows $500 justified to keep for excessive wear and tear on a carpeting that is 4 years old that was installed when?
It was installed
Right before?
week before she moved in.
Week before she moved in. Is it accurate that the carpeting was installed the week
Yes,
before?
it was.
Okay, so typically what a landlord will show me are the pet stains or the paint stains or the something in particular that means that you don't just shampoo it.
Right.
I'm seeing a dark carpet and I'm not seeing the damage that justifies the 500. It's not, I
Right.
you got to prove what you're saying. You can't just,
I have other witnesses and
and that's
contractors
fine, and we'll
that
call
bring
him,
us
but you do understand that this is something simple to capture that I can see with my own eyes rather than,
It wasn't so simple, actually, because of the color of the carpet and the way it was stained.
Talk to me and tell me what damage was on that carpet.
There was major stains. The apartment itself is rather large. It's a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath. The living room area is large, one of the larger rooms of the apartment. And the stain in the living room alone, as we cut the carpet up, we had to paint the floor to get rid of the stain on the plywood once the carpet was removed.
Say that again. We had a what?
Paint the wood floor to get rid of the stain.
What'd you do? Did you put in another carpet? Did you decide to go wood floors?
No, new carpet.
Did anybody attempt to clean the carpet?
Yes, Ina did. She had it washed before we came in, but it was still.
Was there a stain on the carpet?
I had some stains, but every stain was taken out of the carpet. There wasn't, they were like water stains, there were like Kool-Aid stains, but all of that was taken up. I have my own pictures.
Let me see the pictures of the carpet when you left.
And I also sent
Now,
them
sometimes that
pictures.
stuff comes back after the carpet cleaning.
Yeah, well, I also, those pictures were taken on the day that I moved out, June 30th. The carpet was cleaned on June 30th.
Okay, let's move on from the carpet. The door frame, there's not a dispute about. So really what we need, and the screens are not a dispute about. What we need to talk about is the excessive cleaning. Tell me about how bad it was. Go ahead.
Well, you'll see on there, the refrigerator is covered in grease, walls are covered in grease, bathtubs are disgusting, stoves disgusting, virtually, and that's what, she must have done a lot of cooking with grease or something, so that's what permeated throughout the whole place, that there was a lot of grease on everything, a lot of grease and dirt.
Did you change the bathtub, or you literally got the bathtub to look clean when you cleaned it?
Yes.
It's a little gross. Is this how you left it?
I can't see from here.
It's kind of dirty. I don't know if you really want to see it, but I'll show it. Send it over.
Who generally wears the pants, man or woman? What do you think?
Well, there's a lot of women around here, but
So you're scared. I get your point. What do you think?
I would say typically the woman. I feel like she's usually the husband will go with what she says just because he doesn't want to be in trouble. So
Blackmail. Going inside the courtroom.
Who'd you pay $300 to clean it?
We didn't.
You did it yourself?
My wife took care of it, yes.
How big is this apartment?
2,000 square feet.
Very large.
Would you pay somebody $300 to clean it?
yeah.
Would you pay a cleaning person $300 to clean it? Because I agree with you, it's dirty. It's dirtier than it should have been brought back to you.
It was a lot
and it's
of
pretty
hard
gross.
work.
It's the grease
wasn't-
cooking, and there wasn't an effort to clean it before. I mean, not a good effort. I'm just going to hand you the pictures. I don't want to offend you. I just want you to see it because the
I
pictures
did it
speak
to
for
the best of
themselves.
my ability.
So I agree that you should get a cleaning fee, but if I were to hire somebody to clean that, you better believe that I'm not going to be paying somebody $300 for one day of cleaning. I mean, and I don't think you would either. All right, so let's discuss. First of all, did you keep the money in an interest-bearing account?
I did not.
You did not. All right. And you are suing for like some crazy number because you did the math wrong on the interest. But when it's fewer than 10 apartments, he does not have to keep it. He does not have to invest your money. He just has to give you your money back unless he has a reason to keep it. So the question becomes, the next step for the landlord is, did you send notice as the law requires within a certain amount of time? What's the answer to that?
The answer is, we did it on the 30th day.
Much kind of thing. But in your state, in some states, you're just out of gas on that. And then that's that. You just have to return the whole thing. But in your state, what happens is that you get to ask for double damages on the part he wrongfully withheld, that I find he wrongfully withheld. So now the question, you didn't, but you can. And so now the question becomes, what part, if any, do I feel was wrongfully withheld? Or phrased another way, how much of her security deposit, based on the pictures that I've seen, do I feel that you are allowed to keep? Okay.
Can I just say that one of the things that, you'll see that there's a lot of damages in some areas, and I only charge a very small portion. I mean, I understand that she's of limited income.
You understand what?
I understand that she's of limited income.
Okay.
And so what I do is try to strike what I felt was a fair balance between what she could afford and how much money I spent.
How about you, Christy?
I got 9.
Switch places. You, on the other hand, appear to be the iron fist in the couple, right?
Yes.
Yes, because you just like, what do you mean? Well, you're going to pay for this. Like, it's
Right.
I recognize the dynamic because that's what exists in my house too, right?
See, you should accept that.
Huh?
He needs to learn to accept that.
I think he has. How long have you been married?
6 years.
6 years? Okay. When you chose which of the two of them to talk to, who would you pick?
I honestly have been dealing with Christy up until May.
And then?
I decided to deal with John.
Because he's warm and fuzzy and she's not so much. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to order them to return some money to you, but it's certainly not anything that you're going to like, because I'll tell you right now. Because, what I do as a judge is I sit here and I say, okay, forget their figures. I cross their figures out. I look at the pictures. I say to myself, there's some cleaning that had to take place here. There's the door jambs, there's this, it's that. Like, I'm looking at it and I see, where I think they're overreaching and where they're not. Ironically, your pictures of the carpet are what saved them, because I'm looking at the carpet and the carpet has some serious issues with it. And it costs a lot more than the $500 they're asking to replace the carpet. But they know they don't get new carpets on you. They get the value of the depreciated carpets, and even that they're asking less than, is what I'm telling you. And this is how it looked on its best day. You took the pictures on the day that you cleaned it. So, they have some point there. Really, the only place I think they got a little greedy was on the cleaning. I'm going to order them to return $150 to you that I believe were wrongfully withheld. And based on the double clause that is in New Jersey, that's $300 verdict for the plaintiff. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Let's first talk to the landlords coming out here. What's your feeling on the decision? You got some back.
Well, I don't think she should have gotten anything back. She created a lot more damage than we charged her for. I
don't even know why I'm talking to you. This is the boss over here. What do you have to say about this thing? What are we letting him talk for? Now you're speechless?
Yeah, basically speechless.
Has that ever happened before?
No.
All right, head right around
Thank you.
the hallway this way. All right, come on out here and tell me what you think about what you got to keep out of this.
Well, of course I'm not happy with it, but that's what the judge offered. And
You admit to the damage that was shown?
not all of it, but
Some of it?
yeah.
All right. Isn't it ironic that it was your pictures that proved the damage to the rug for him?
Yeah. What you do?
You sorry you took those?
No.
Okay. Harvey?
The notion of normal wear and tear is a judgment call. As for carpeting, look, it deteriorates, and usually pretty quickly.